Hi guys, Dori Soukup here with another issue of Dori Talks. Happy February. Yes, love is in the air. As a matter of fact, in this episode, I'm going to talk about 5 steps to fall in love with your medical spa again. Do you know how sometimes you wake up in the morning and you can't wait to go to work? Well, that indicates that you have passion and purpose. It makes you motivated. It makes you want to do great things and make a positive impact in your community. That's the feeling that we need to have every single day when we wake up. So how can you maintain that great feeling? How can you truly love what you do? The facts are, when you love what you do, it's not work. You're passionate about it, and it's easy to go and actually do it. So I'm asking you, are you in love with what you do? If you are, great, congratulations. Take these 5 steps and even further your love with your medical spa. And if not, then take these steps and try to improve the relationship with your profession, your business, and what you're trying to accomplish. So let's go ahead and start with step number 1. Step number 1 is actually getting to know your business. You know how when you meet someone new in a relationship, you're not going to fall in love right away. First, you want to get to know the person. Well, this is the same thing. If you don't take the time to get to know your business, then the business is not going to be as good as expected. So you really need to know your market. You need to know your clients. You need to know everything that is involved with your business. You need to be the expert. When all these strategies come together, then you are loving what you do. And that's very, very important if you're going to wake up every morning and do the same thing every single day. Imagine not being in love what you do, in what you do, and then you're just waking up and going through the motions. That's what I call an indifferent person that doesn't really care and is not passionate about what they're trying to accomplish. That makes it a job. We don't want a job. We want a purpose. So take the time to really get to know your business, get to know what you're trying to accomplish, and then come up with a plan to really love what you do so you can continue doing it and you can be successful actually doing it. So you need to identify what drives you, what passion do you have, and then go do that particular thing. Because if you're not passionate about what you do right now, guess what? It's time to make a change. And there's not a better time to do that than right now. So fall in love though instead. So step number 2 is to be creative and enhance your guest experience. Let's face it, the guest experience is one of the most important business principles you have going on. When you spend so much money gaining brand new clients, the last thing you want to do is spend all that money, have them come back once, and then disappear. So retention rate is a direct reflection to what the guest experience is like. So are the guests loving you and loving your team and loving their experiences? Now is the time to assess and see how you are doing. Send out a survey, get some knowledge from your clients on how you can enhance their guest experience so they can fall in love with you and be able to return to you over and over and over. So that is really key. So I want to encourage you to, if you are a member with us, go to Medspa Biz University and check out the one module we have about how to include touch points within your experience so you can wow your guests and make sure that they are falling in love with you and that you are exceeding their expectations. That is key, you guys. So I would encourage you again to do a little assessment. Talking about assessments, I did a webinar for you last month and I gave you a complimentary assessment document. If you have not gotten your hand on it yet, it is very important for you to assess your business, see what you're doing well, what you love about your business, and then what you need to improve so you can scale up. Scaling up is the theme of the year. So everything I'm going to talk about this year with you is all about helping you and arming you with what you need to make your business grow and scale it up to a whole new level. So go check out, you can see it right on the homepage. It's called Assess Your Business and Scale Up, and it's a great module, and I go through the process of what you need to do to really assess your business. All right, let's move on to step number 3. Step number 3 is to love your team. So how do you love your team? You love your team by training them, by helping them grow, by helping them chart a successful career path, by investing in them, by, like our members, being part of Medspa Biz University and making modules available to help train them. But then I get some people say, well, what happens if I train them and they leave? And I say to them, imagine not training them and them staying. What would you rather have? So to show your team that you love them, you need to do these things that I just spoke about. It's very important to nurture and to develop your team so they can also love what they do, feel great about the impact that they are making, and so they can truly deliver that great guest experience. Because at the end of the day, it's them that delivers the experience and not necessarily you. All you are doing is charting the path and helping them develop so they can really be passionate about what they do and love what they do, so everybody can come together and have a more successful business. So I want to ask you about how good you are investing in your team and how are you helping them nurture and develop that great culture in your facility. And if you're doing great with that, again, congratulations. If not, again, now is the time to do it. We are in February. We're all about love. We're all about being a force for the good. So now is the time to really do that. So I encourage you to do it and make sure that you set clear expectations, chart a clear path, give out those position descriptions, set the targets, and then monitor and measure and keep recognizing good effort. And if they're not producing, then it's the time to train and retrain until they get what they need to do to reach that level of success that you want them to reach. All right, let's go into step number 4. Step number 4 is invest in your Medspa business and clinical education. To me, that's probably one of the most important things, because when you invest in education, whether it's clinical or business, you really need to do both. As a matter of fact, many people invest in clinical, but then they forget about the business aspect of the business, which is very important. You can't forget about that part. That's how you generate revenue. That's how you succeed. That's how you can keep growing and scaling up. So it's very important to have a coach on the team. So who is the coach? Who is the trainer in your facility? Is that person identified? And then do they have a curriculum to actually follow and implement within your facility? Again, those of you who are members, you have Medspa Biz University, which is the platform where we host all of the educational material that we offer members. So you need to be using the Recipes for Success modules. As a matter of fact, we have a whole new 11 modules coming up this year. Again, we do one a month for Recipes for Success. So you need to set the time aside, because if you don't block the time, it's not going to happen. So if you have that coaching culture within your facility, then people are going to be more enticed to do a great job. They're going to feel confident. They're going to be experts. They're going to love what they're doing. Again, that's what we're talking about today, is loving what you do. Because when you love what you do, nothing can stop you. So I really encourage you to do that. The other thing is assessing, making sure that you are monitoring the results that you guys are achieving. So keep those things in mind because overall coaching and training is definitely a key to success and scaling up. All right, let's move on to step number 5. Step number 5 is a little different. I want to go over several mistakes to avoid, because as a business firm, we talk to members, we talk to clients from all over the world, and many times we hear things that we should not be hearing. But then again, that's why they need us, right? So these are some mistakes that are huge that you really need to avoid. One is, number one, probably all the time, is I hear business owners saying, I'm just so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to get started. And I have to tell you, being overwhelmed indicates a lack of a plan, because you just think that you have to do all these things and you're not using the calendar to take the plan and start time blocking in your calendar, and that's why you feel overwhelmed. Let's face it, there's only so many hours in the week, in the day. And if you're trying to do everything all by yourself, then yes, you're going to be overwhelmed. So the art of delegation, the art of time management and time blocking, really, because you can't manage time, time is time. So time blocking and having that plan will take away overwhelm from you, because then you know this is how long it's going to take me to do this, so there's no reason to be overwhelmed. So again, that's where a business advisor can help you chart the path to what you really need to do to implement the things that you want to implement. So don't push yourself too hard and go into stress mode, because that's not going to help anybody. Avoid it. All right, the other thing is, don't ignore the clients. Sometimes we bring on a new client, they come in, get one treatment, and then they leave, and then we pray they come back. Or we have some clients that come in, but we don't recognize them, we don't make them feel special, we don't treat them like a VIP, we ignore them, we go through the motions, we do an indifferent guest experience, and then they end up leaving. We don't want to do that. We want to treat every single person as a VIP. We want to invest in them. We want to show them that we value them. And when we do that, then clients will love you and they keep coming back. Number 3, and that's a huge one, don't neglect your finances. I'm amazed how many people still don't have a profit and loss statement at the end of the month. Or if they do, they don't even monitor it or watch it. Most people judge their success by how much money is left in their business account at the end of the month. That is not a good plan. That's not a healthy business. That's not a healthy financial plan. So it's very important to use the tools that we have for you, from pricing your treatments right, to having a forecasting and a budgeting Excel spreadsheet, to having a good performance-based compensation model, to monitoring your money coming in, the money going out, to ensuring profitability. Those are all very, very important financial drivers that you need to make sure that you have a successful business. So make sure your cash flow is very strong. And if you don't have a recurring revenue model yet, you really need to have that. So it's very, very important. By the way, we're starting the new book gathering where I'm going to go over chapters from the Success, Your Medical Aesthetics Success, my 4th book. So if you haven't signed up for that, you really should. It's right there on the home page. You can go and sign up. It's going to be 2 book gatherings a month, and we're basically going to go over the content of the book and give you some great strategies to really help you. Now, we've already done the book gathering with the How to Make Millions book that I have, my previous book. So if you want to go to the YouTube channel and check it out, it'll probably be a good thing for you to get you warmed up to the new one we have. All right, number 4, don't cut corners. Cutting corners is it's a bad idea. So instead, I would rather deliver a great quality product, great treatments, great refreshments. You really need to look at what you're offering and do it right, because Tiffany does not cut corners, or any of these high-end brands that fine restaurants don't cut corners by having frozen food instead of fresh food. So look at your operation and see if there are some things you're doing that you should not be doing, and invest in them, because the investment will end up paying you back much more, and everybody will be happy, and your clients, most of all, would be very happy. Number 5 mistake to avoid, and it's actually the last one, is that don't get caught up in the details. We have some clients like that. They just get stuck. They get stuck in the details. They are perfectionists, and they want to keep doing things until they perfect it. Well, I'm telling you right now, there is no such thing as perfection. There is reaching to excellence, yes, but there is no such thing as perfection. There's nothing that is perfect. So if you get caught up in that, let's say you're doing a video like I'm doing for you right now. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Do I make mistakes? Yes. So what? It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I'm sharing great value for you to help you. So if you're doing a video and you feel like, oh, you said maybe a word that you should have replaced it with another word, or this or that, it doesn't matter. You just keep going. And you need to do your best and reach for excellence. So don't get caught up and get stuck and never accomplish anything, because you keep going over it and over and over and over it again. So you just need to let go and let things happen. So we really need to focus on love this month. Loving yourself, most of all, starts really there. Loving your family, loving what you do, loving your clients, loving your team, loving everybody around you. Because at the end of the day, it's really all about love, about being positive, about making a positive impact. So those are the things that we really should focus on this month, and appreciate all the great things that we have. Remember, we live in such a great country. We have the best of everything. We have an industry that focuses on helping people looking beautiful and being healthy. So we might as well love what we do, so we can reach a higher level of success. So like this episode, make sure you share it, please, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're always putting out great content to really help you succeed. And check out the success planning session. If you are not a member, we would love to have you check out that session that you can have with one of my team members, and let them help you chart a successful path for this year. So I want to wish everybody a great loving month and beyond. And until next time, stay inspired. Bye now.